Hey everyone, it's Jen. It has been so long since I've done any kind of scrapbooking video, so I just want to do a really quick one today to show you a few layouts that I've done recently. I'm desperately trying to find my scrapbooking groove again after kind of taking a hiatus for a little while from it. But what I've been doing is just working on some basic pages, going back to using some simple techniques and trying to get some layouts completed to go in my album while at the same time trying to reorganize and come up with a new method that might work better for me to catch up. I'm a few years behind at this point, and I've probably completed less than 10 layouts over the last year. So, and this one is really simple. Actually, the layouts that I'm going to share with you today are all pretty plain and simple, just kind of going back to things that worked for me, block matting, putting a lot of photos on a layout. As I'm trying to catch up, I don't have the time to really sit and make works of art for each layout, and I find that that's not really necessary. It's fine for me to do that every once in a while if I have a really important memory or some nice photos that I want to do something extra special with, but by and large these are just kind of my everyday pages. So the one that you're looking at right now is just a bunch of photos that my son had from camp, and I wasn't able to enlarge any of these or shrink them down. I'm going to zoom in on my favorite one where my son's kind of hanging upside down. And all of the papers here are from the Simple Stories Take a Hike collection. So something I love to do is to take 2 sheets of patterned paper, cut them in half, put one at the top, one at the bottom. So I did that with this yellow chevron and the polka dot, and matted them on chocolate cardstock and then covered the seam with that plaid paper. And I love doing things like that to really just break up the pattern rather than keeping a solid pattern in the background. And then I block mat my photos here, so that's a lot quicker than individually matting them. Used really the elements that came with the collection, so trying to save some time. Even the title is stickers, so it's not any die cuts on this page, which is a little unusual for me. But I was able to use one of the journaling cards, and I let my son pick out which one. And I popped up the tree, I don't think you can tell, with some pop dots, and added, let's see what else I've got here. Oh, I love the little washi tape, faux washi tape I should say, that comes with the collection. So that it matches perfectly. And then I have a tag here that I think that might be a different brand. It might be Studio Calico actually, I think. But in any case, it came together really quickly. I wanted to balance the weight of the right-hand side of the page. It has so many photos on it, so it seemed awfully heavy. On the left, by extending that green photo mat out and wrapping some twine, I used the Jenny Bolin Ticket Punch to just give the edge a little bit of texture. So that's all for this page, pretty simple, and I'll be back in a minute with the next layout. Okay, so the next page I want to share with you is kind of a busy layout, and it's a little hard to avoid, but it's something I put in my family albums each year, and that is a page that I include the Christmas cards I get from my siblings' families and my husband's siblings' families with our nieces and nephews, and then our Christmas card as well. So it's a little bit difficult to try and tie together all of the different cards, but I don't really worry about making it too aesthetically pleasing. It's just to make sure I preserve those memories. And I really wanted to use this super cute jelly bean soup paper. I'm going to zoom in so you can see the detail with those cute penguins. And so that's our family's card. Those are my boys and our 3 huskies. So yes, we have 3. We love snow here. The title was cut with Cricut cartridge, and I can't remember which one. One of the Christmas ones, obviously. And to avoid it looking like it was just floating in space there, I just added a banner for it to kind of perch on. And this is from 2012. And just used some of the embellishments that came in the Jelly Bean Soup collection kit to kind of add a little bit more detail. So I think the page is pretty busy. If I had to do it again, I probably would have matted each of the cards on a neutral background, maybe to kind of tie it all together, a chocolate brown or something. But the page was done. I'm calling it good. It's going to go in the album, and I'm going to move on. So just trying to get some things documented and put into the albums. And I'm going to try and do another video sometime soon with kind of my new album organizing system that I'm doing. So I'll be back with another layout in a second. Okay, so here's the last layout that I wanted to share with you. Again, another simple layout with a lot of 4x6 photos, just trimmed down a little bit. I went back through my albums when I was trying to kind of get back into the groove, and I noticed that I do a layout similar to this quite frequently. Not exactly like this, but similar in that I block mat my photos so I can get a lot of them on one page and kind of group them together with maybe having some cut through the middle. This isn't a perfect page by any means, and I've got a lot of criticisms of it. For example, my title that's just die cut with Quick Cut Spicy Chicken. And I really love that font, but I wish that it had a shadow, so perhaps I should have cut it on my electronic die cutting machines. But you know what, it's fine. It's kind of floating out there, but I don't want to be too critical of myself at this point. I just want to get things done and move on. I think the ornaments turned out cute. That's also a Quick Cuts die. I have a sticker there from Old Scenic Route. Do you remember that company? I'm not truly happy with it, but I needed something to fill that space, so I'm kind of shooting downward onto my carpet so I can get a good aerial view, so I hope that's okay for you guys. The paper here is crepe paper, and I chose that ornament pattern because if you look at my boys' pajamas, they've got a lot of navy blue in them, and then the karate kick thing is also blue, so I wanted to try and pull together some blue and incorporate it with the red and green. So that ornament paper, like I said, is a crepe paper collection, gosh, from a couple of years ago. Another Quick Cuts die, that bead border. When I was looking back through my own albums, I found that that shows up on quite a few of my pages, so I thought I'd incorporate that. So I think if you're trying to get back into a scrapping groove after a hiatus for a while, go back through your own albums and see what things speak to you to kind of reuse in your new pages. So if you start with what's familiar, you can build on that. So I found that that's really helping me. And as a matter of fact, when I was going through my albums, I was just kind of sitting on my craft room floor, and one by one, the rest of my family came in. So the next thing you knew, I had both boys and my husband in the room with me, and they were really enjoying looking back through the scrapbooks, and we really haven't looked at them in quite a while. And it was funny, we came across a photo where I think my kids were kind of doing the eye roll, you know, didn't want any more pictures taken. But when we were done looking at the albums, my 14-year-old said to me, you know, Mom, I know sometimes I don't act like it, but I really do appreciate that you do this for us. So, I mean, isn't that what it's all about? It just kind of made me realize how important it is and how special it is to them, even if they don't always act like it. But in any case, that's all I really had to share with you guys today. So I hope that it helps inspire you to find your scrapbooking groove if you've been out and away from it for a while. And please share your pages. I love to kind of troll around YouTube and watch everyone's videos and see what they're doing to get inspiration. I still need to add my journaling, I'm noticing here. So I'll work on more and try and share what I've got going on. And again, I'm not looking to kind of share perfect pages. I'm just sharing my everyday pages in the hopes that it continues to progress and I get a lot more done. So I'll hopefully do another video soon. Thanks, guys. Bye.